The Lord and ruler will be coming soon, and his name will be called Emmanuel, because he will be God with us. Isaiah 7:14 and 8:10. Today's first reading is Song of Songs 2, verses 8 through 14. Hark, my lover, here he comes, springing across the mountains, leaping across the hills. My lover is like a gazelle or a young stag. Here he stands behind our walls, gazing through the windows, peering through the lattices. My lover speaks. He says to me, "Arise, my beloved, my dove, my beautiful one, and come. For see, the winter is past. The rains are over and gone. The flowers appear on the earth. The time of pruning the vines has come, and the song of the dove is heard in our land. The fig tree puts forth its figs, and the vines in bloom give forth fragrance. Arise, my beloved, my beautiful one, and come. O my dove, in the clefts of the rock, in the secret recesses of the cliff, let me see you. Let me hear your voice, for your voice is sweet, and you are lovely. Two and a half millennia later, and that's still some of the best poetry ever written. And here we call for our lover, God, leaping across the hills like a gazelle or a young stag, behind our walls, gazing through the windows at us. Sometimes we feel like he's distant, but here he is looking on us, coming for us. Arise, my dove, my beautiful one, come. Our winter is past. Sometimes we feel in the depth of the winter. This is the darkest day of the year, and here we have this, such a light verse. Arise and come, my beautiful one. The fig tree, which we see in reference in the New Testament. The one who's supposed to give fruit to Jesus, and the one who will know when his return is by its shoots. Your voice is sweet, and you are lovely, Lord. Okay, today's psalm is Psalm 33. Exalt, you just in the Lord. Sing to him a new song. Give thanks to the Lord on the harp. With the 10-stringed lyre, chant his praises. Sing to him a new song. Pluck the strings skillfully with shouts of gladness. But the plan of the Lord stands forever, the design of his heart through all generations. Blessed the nation whose God is the Lord, the people he has chosen for his inheritance. Our soul waits for the Lord, who is our help and our shield. For in him our hearts rejoice. In his holy name we trust. A 3,000-year-old poem. And our souls wait for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. Our hearts rejoice. And we trust in his name. It's a time of waiting. Darkest day of the year. You're in a time of waiting. Expectantly. Here he comes, the Lord. And finally, Luke chapter 1, verses 39 through 45. Mary set out in those days and traveled to the hill country in haste to a town of Judah, where she entered the house of Zechariah and greeted Elizabeth. When Elizabeth heard Mary's greeting, the infant leaped in her womb, and Elizabeth, filled with the Holy Spirit, cried out in a loud voice and said, "Most blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb. And how does this happen to me, that the mother of my Lord should come to me? For at the moment the sound of your greeting reached my ears, the infant in my womb leaped for joy. Blessed are you who believed that what was spoken to you by the Lord would be fulfilled." And there it is, the new Eve, traveling to meet her friend. This friendship, this weaving that women do with each other. This is the fabric on which society exists. Fabric with which society exists. Before there were books, women were doing this. In Adam and Eve, it's Eve who's tempted and picks the fruit. It's her conscious choice. And so then it's Mary's conscious choice here to be blessed by believing in what was spoken to you by the Lord and that it would be fulfilled. Mary's humility. That's why she's the greatest of all created human beings. Of course, Jesus is a begotten human being, and Mary is a human being that's created. But she's the one who put her faith fully in God. And I'm sure, just as the serpent talked to Eve, the serpent also talked to Mary, because the serpent talks to all of us and tries to turn us away from God, tries to turn us away from our submission. But Mary is our model, even when times are hard. Obey. Have a blessed day.